Shalom. Shalom and welcome. My name is Symmanayah if you're tuning in for the first time. And I present messages that I prayerfully believe will be a motivator or confirm, reaffirm your position of belief in set apartness. To motivate you, I prayerfully ask the Almighty Father to open your eyes and ears to differentiate between what's righteous and what's not. In this message, I want to talk about patience in opinions. My brothers and sisters, we are in end times. Make no mistake about it. And as we look at the things that are occurring and unfolding, some of us, include myself, and so I ask for your forgiveness, for there were times when my opinion was stronger than I realized, and I had to be patient. I believe that there will be a second Exodus before the return of Yahusha Mashiach. And I introduce what I believe could possibly be indicators that it will be soon. But I must be patient. Evidence is showing that the world is decaying, and proof that the world is decaying is evidence that it's moving towards that one world government, which is mentioned in the scriptures. There's a lot of things that the scriptures teaches us and bring to our attention that the spirit of Yahuwah's word, Yahusha, makes alive before us. And there are so many things we don't know as of yet. And so I believe we lose patience and start introducing our opinions. There's a lot of opinions going on. I'm not saying that I believe we can just stop the opinions, but we can work to embrace what is wise, what is true, what Yahuwah has to say about a matter. We can speak what we believe Yahuwah has given us, but things that he has not given us, let's not become victims of our opinions. Just a lot of opinions. That's not good, my brothers and sisters. The Almighty Father has promised discipline and refinement. And I believe great corrections are coming to remove, to reduce, to even bring, to some cases, elimination of some of these opinions. There are even brothers and sisters that have opinions of themselves. They have given themselves their own titles. They have labeled themselves as seers or mores or pastors or priests by virtue of what they're doing. But I believe, my brothers and sisters, that true righteousness is defined by those who witness the actions of individuals and match those actions with the title that Yahuwah has set forth, whether it be teacher, priest, pastor, or something else that moves us closer together and stronger together. But let's not become impatient, start calling ourselves and quote unquote tooting our own horn. Let us be obedient to Yahuwah. Let us do what he says do. And let the people describe what they say. Let them be the judge as Yahuwah works in them as well. You see, we are priests because the spirit of Yahuwah is joined with our inward man and he speaks through us. That is the priest in us. The spirit of Yahuwah's word, Yahusha, working in us. The flesh will war against the spirit, but that inward man, that spirit that's joined with the Almighty Father will help us, guide us, work through us, and through those who we have chosen to be our leaders. Patience in opinions. There's a flood of opinions going on about end times. And it takes a lot of time to interpret what's being said. Sometimes we are not patient. Sometimes because we don't have an answer right away, we make up stuff. We make up, or we say, well, this is my opinion. I'm going to draft an opinion. But I want to say this, my brothers and sisters. Opinions are obstacles, are distractions. Let us begin to say to one another, let us pray about it. I prayed about it. Let me match it with the scriptures. Let me witness the Spirit of Yahusha making clear what should be done, what is being done. Let us not lose patience and flood the airways with a lot of opinions, because in some cases, these opinions are very detrimental to the body of Yahusha. Most cases. Perception is one thing, opinion is another. Let us pray that the Almighty Father will give us wisdom on discerning the difference. Let me read something, my brothers and sisters. For I believe Yahusha will magnify what is true. Let me read Romans 12:3 to you, my brothers and sisters. Romans 12:3, it says this, for I say through the favor which has been given to me, to everyone who is among you, not to think of himself more highly than he should think, but to think soberly, as Elohim has given to each a measure of belief. Elohim, the Almighty Father, Yahuah, through his word measures out what he gives to us. And we should not overstep. We should not think more highly of ourselves or others, but think soberly. In other words, what we see based on our position of belief and our understanding, judge and speak on them with accuracy. Not just my opinion. Did we do our research? Did we yield to the Spirit of Yahuah working in us, or through a brother or through a sister? Let us begin to understand while patience will vary with different individuals, but through patience, we give room for the Spirit of Yahuah to fill those questions with answers, to bring about knowledge of what is right. Let's understand, my brothers and sisters, there's a difference in being patient and receiving and speaking on righteousness versus consuming a lot of time on opinions, end-time opinions. Let us reduce those opinions. Let us know how to come away from opinions when they take up more time than us asking, how do we examine whether something is true, whether something is real? How do we get beyond that? Let us ask the Almighty Father to answer that question. And we will find that through study, scriptures will connect. The Spirit will connect. We will see how Yahuah works in us, through us. We will see how things will be brought together, if not already. And there's so much work to be done. So much, my brothers and sisters. Let us not stop the work of Yahuah, or should I say try to stop the work of Yahuah by flooding the airways and flooding our time and our space with so many opinions. Let us pray, discern, and begin to echo the words of righteousness as Yahuah will have us do. Trust and believe, my brothers and sisters. Patience makes way for what is coming. And it will come quicker for some than others. But let us learn how to navigate beyond these opinions that we have. Sure, we don't realize that Yahuah could be showing us something, giving us something, and we want to take credit and say that's our opinion. Do you know that sometimes Yahuah gives us and shows us things that are real, that are true? It's not our opinion, it's what Yahuah showed us. But we must learn how to gauge what we believe he's showing us to the scriptures. And if indeed there are connections, we know that it is Abba Yahuah speaking through his word Yahusha. But if it does not connect, if it contradicts and causes confusion, that's not the Almighty Father. Let's learn how to examine, how to get clarity, how to yield to what the Almighty Father is doing for us, to us. We will see changes in the days ahead. Things will get better for those who diligently seek to do the desires of the Almighty Father Yahuah through his word Yahusha. My brother, my sister, my family, I pray you're doing okay. I will say this often and frequently. Thank you, Yahuah. Thank you in the name of Yahusha. Thank you for giving us life today, an opportunity to get it better, to do better, to worship you, to lift up your word, Yahusha, and witness your word work in us, through us, one towards another, to bring us together, and through the chosen leaders that you have. Thank you for giving us an opportunity. I want to also thank those who support this ministry. Your support helps more than I can imagine. Your support is a good thing. Let us learn what to support, what not to support, what to gauge as righteousness and what's not. Only you can say whether these words have any help to your understanding of what's going on, what we must do, what we must seek to do in Yahusha's name. I pray that our perceptions are being sharpened in the wisdom of Yahuah in Yahusha's name, and that we learn there's a place for patience and how to remove the opinions that exist. Let us begin to identify what is righteous and what is not. I know I'm being redundant, my brothers and sisters, but it's important that we begin to come away from just blurting out opinions just to be heard, just to be seen. Let us give it prayer. Let us speak. Let us test the Spirit. Weigh it with the Scriptures and witness the Almighty Father magnify what is indeed his attributes, his desires. In Yahusha's name, I thank you for listening. I pray, my brothers and sisters, that we begin to recognize that the Spirit of Yahuah is coming to us in this word, making life of the Scriptures and making us stronger. Thank you for taking the time to listen. On that note, I say to you, be well, gird up, and walk in righteousness. We've been given time to magnify and lift up the Almighty Father. Thank you. Shalom.